So while waiting for some parts for the 260Z engine, I kind of went to an auction. I bought another project car. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining another episode of Cars, Bikes, and Coffee, where we like to save and restore cars. I am Kurt, and we are saving a 1992 300ZX twin turbo. Let's take a look. All right, so there is the overview of the ZX. It needs a lot of TLC. And what happened was about 2011, this car sat. So it had a brand new battery, brand new tires. The date code is late 2010. And there's a few things that we need to do just to get it started so we can move it on the side here and then be able to bring it in the garage. And that's to replace the battery. We bought one of those. And as far as there's a few other things, so let's take a look. So this, of course, being twin turbo, put on a boost gauge and just left the piping in there. So what I want to do is just block that off and remove the pipe that goes into the A-pillar. Of course, put in the new battery. And then this just needs a good wash for now. The paint is gone. The spoiler, it's got spoiler rot. So this needs to come off, and we've got some rust from the bolts. So we're gonna have to take a look at fixing some metal. So we really wanna get a new paint job for it and replace some of the moldings and the seals that have got some dry rot and just have been sitting and baking in the sun. And then as well, for now, we'll switch the battery, plug off the gauge. We'll give the interior a little detailing and a clean on the outside, and then that way we can see better what we need to do. All right, battery's in. We blocked the boost gauge pipe. Cold start, 300ZX, twin turbo. As you can see, the inside is dusty, it's dirty. The leather seats need some care. I want to first see what we can do with these seats. They're a little dry. There's a bad spot right about here that we might have to get fixed. But I want to see what we can do with what we have. Also, I want to make sure that the alternator is charging the battery while it's running, so we're going to test that. But first, let's give the inside a little bit of a clean. Alright, it already looks 100 times better, even though the paint definitely is really terrible underneath. So we scrubbed it down, gave it a good wash, and we're going to start it up, make sure no moisture is getting in, and if it is, we'll dry it up. Now there was one thing with the car when we bought it at auction, is they said that they took it out and then it dumped all of the coolant. So I filled it up with water, and one of the things I want to do, the hoses look fine. Let's see where the leak is. So let's take a look. This thing idles really good. One of the things we want to do is get rid of those Razzo cheap pedals. So besides tearing those pedal covers off, we're going to pull out this box. There was an amp that ran the JL Audio Stealth Box. These back in the day, I used to do installs. These were awesome. This one has a 10-inch W3 that run at 2 ohms. That thing, it's nice. So what we're going to do is actually, we have to restore it. The foam ring is gone, but we're going to take that CD changer and this falling apart box out. When this was installed, the amp was under this box, but it's no longer there, so we'll have to get a new amp for that. So now we're going to pull this stuff out. And so we've got power cords, and those have all been disconnected, and 3 pairs of RCAs and all the speaker wires. So all the speakers have been direct wired to the amp, so that's nice. We'll go through and redo the system. I do want to keep the Stealth Box, a little bit of nostalgia for me on that, but the rest we'll go through and see how good it is. The Sony deck, for now we'll keep it, but we'll want something a little bit more modern with Bluetooth, maybe CarPlay. This is so much better going back to stock. So now what we want to do is move our attention to the spoiler, and these are notorious for getting what they call spoiler rot, and they basically, the foam just deteriorates and there's metal strips in here that rust, obviously get all over the paint. So I want to see how bad it is in here, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to first remove this trim and the side trim, and then unbolt the spoiler, and we're going to also have to remove the third brake light. Get that off so we can unbolt it and then remove it. Alright, so with the spoiler removed, we can really see how bad it is, and we have a hole, 2 holes. So it's gone through. So what we wanted to do is we're going to have to wire wheel this whole section, all the rust, and treat it, and that way we can stop it. So for the holes, we're going to have to cut those out and get the welder out for that, and the rest we can wire wheel and then treat it and then put a little primer on it so that way it doesn't rust anymore. So now what we want to do is just take a look at that coolant issue we had. When they originally had this at auction, they went to go smog it, but then it overheated. And so what I want to do first, one of these radiator pressure test kits. And so what we first want to do is make sure that we have enough water at least in it. I don't want to be dumping coolant all on the ground. Water's okay. So let's go ahead and make sure this is full. Now that the bubbles have pretty much stopped, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. Now what we have is a radiator pressure test kit. It comes with a bunch of fittings depending on the vehicle, and in this case we're going to be using the radiator cap. Some might have the overflow tank, and those attachments are in this. I'll leave the link for this kit in the description. It's about 60 bucks. But what we're going to use is this piece, and just make sure that that's tight like a cap, and put on the pump. And on the cap this says 1.2 bars. It could say MPSI for your car, but we are going to use the pump and pump it to about 1.2 bars, and we should hear or see some kind of leak, or it all might gush out. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down and pump this up, and then we'll see what happens. Hope you can hear it. We have some hissing coming from down in here. So let me get a light. Maybe I can take this fan shroud off really quick. Right in there is the cause of the leak, and that's right on the seam of the aluminum and the plastic. So we're either going to need to see about getting it fixed, but for this, I'd rather just get a new, nicer, better flowing radiator. I think that would make this much happier. Alright guys, so that's all the time we have for today. So we've got a good idea on the parts that we need to order for the interior and the exterior, and the things we need to do to get ready to get this off to paint, get it running, and most importantly, get it saved and out on the streets. So we're going to get back to the 260Z, get back on that engine build. We do have the parts coming in that we needed. We'll put this off for a little bit. What would you guys do if this was your twin turbo? In the comments below. I want to hear it. So thanks so much for watching. If you guys like what you see, consider subscribing, hit that like bell, don't forget to share, and most importantly, you have a good one. And yeah, that's a bathtub. Doing some home modeling too.